Hi everyone, it's Erin from the Provincial Farmhouse. In today's video, I'm taking you on a trip with me to the Sydney Miniatures and Dollhouse Fair. I'll be giving you a tour of some of the amazing dollhouses that were on display and of some of the absolutely adorable miniatures that were for sale. The journey to the Miniatures Fair was about a 2-hour car ride, and I had my lovely mum along with me for the day. There were over 50 stall holders at this event. There was so much to look at. I had to do quite a few laps to see everything, but I did decide to start at the back where they had all of the doll houses on display. Just an advance apology, the lighting was not great in here and a lot of them were protected by glass, but you will definitely be amazed at the amazing detail that goes into these doll houses, how realistic, especially the exteriors look. I'm going to let you guys just watch this to some music for the most part, but I will chime in when I see some of my favorite things or something interesting that I came across on the day that I just have to share with you guys. The next dollhouse was probably my favorite. This is an abandoned style French chateau and it was absolutely stunning. The detail was amazing and I just couldn't get over how authentic it looked, and as it said, it did look abandoned but still so beautiful. Unfortunately, we couldn't look on the other side, but I did want to mention this was by Heather Marill, I think it's pronounced. She deserves so much credit. This was just such a beautiful dollhouse. This next dollhouse was definitely for Halloween fans. They had some spooky decor inside, some witches, some beautiful apothecary style designs, and I just thought it was really fun and quirky. This next dollhouse was glass fronted, so it was a little bit tricky to get all of the detail in the footage, but hopefully you guys get the idea. It was completely furnished and absolutely beautiful. It really looked quite Victorian, a lot of the decor, and I really just tried to take my time and get you guys some good footage of the rooms because they were set out just so beautifully. I was so excited when I saw the next house because I am a big Murder, She Wrote fan, and they had Jessica Fletcher's home. Someone had recreated the look of her home in a dollhouse. And if you have seen Murder, She Wrote, it is such a beautiful, charming home set in Maine, and it is amazing how they managed to capture quite a realistic reincarnation, really, of her house. This dollhouse obviously is a church and it was done so beautifully. The tree was quite realistic looking, the siding, even the attention to detail, having the guttering. And I did try my best to move around and try and peek in the windows. And I got a little shot here where you can actually see into the church, and it is actually a real stained glass window that was handmade. A lot of the doll houses in this section were handmade out of cardboard and paper supplies, so these were very, very clever. I couldn't get enough of this little kitchen setup. There was so many cute little decor items. It had been arranged beautifully. It was a little bit cluttered, but hey, so are most of our kitchens in real life. So it definitely had a real warmth to it. This was just a really beautiful display. At this point, I moved on to the product displays that you could actually purchase, and the china sets, the little tea stands were so detailed and so lovely. I had to refrain myself a little bit because, as you guys know, I'm still in the initial design and even building stage really of my dollhouse, so I didn't grab too many things. I did grab some things, so make sure you do stick around to the end of the video to see what I did pick up. And I really was spoiled for choice. There was so many stalls to choose from. As I said, there was about 50 stalls, and some of them even had even smaller scale items, micro scale items. They were new apparently to this particular fair, but this was the first time I had ever been to a miniatures fair, so I was just blown away. So I am going to be taking you around to some of my favorite displays and showing you some of the furniture and decor items that they had available for sale. Something else I loved about the fair was that I saw items being used for doll houses, like this teapot coming up here, that really you wouldn't perhaps think to use them. So the teapot was adorable. This is actually like a book box design that they've added, and I just thought that was so creative and a wonderful way to create a dollhouse out of something less obvious. Some of them also had little window boxes here, or frame boxes as well, just set up as single rooms, and I thought that was so clever and perfect if you don't have space for a full-size dollhouse. This next stall here was definitely one of my favorites, and I'll be sure to link as many of these stalls as I can in the comments, the ones that had websites anyway. I did grab quite a few things from these sellers. They actually 3D print a lot of these items, but each one has been hand painted and is just that little bit unique. And the same goes for the furniture. The detail was just outstanding. No surprises that the white furniture at the same stall was my favorite. Again, they had swirl details. They even had a little mini apothecary style cabinet. Some of the prices were a little bit higher than I could pay, but it was definitely worth it because the work that had gone into these was it just blew me away how detailed they were able to make these tiny pieces of furniture. And these are the 1/12 scale, I believe. In this particular display, my favorites were these rocking horses. I thought they would be lovely in a kid's room in a dollhouse, and the dollhouses for a dollhouse. I thought they were absolutely adorable. So let's check out what I actually bought on the day. I bought these sheets of pre-cut wood that are actually individually cut and they are attached to adhesive on the backing. I've got the name of the product just there. I really love the idea of using those for my flooring in the dollhouse. I think I bought about 7 sheets, and one of the ladies there suggested that I cut it to the shape of the floor, and that way I can just take it in and out. I don't actually have to glue it down if I don't want to. I thought that was a very clever idea. I really love this next item here. It's a little chicken pot. The top comes off. It has room inside that you could put something in it. And as you can see, the painted detail is amazing, and it is made out of ceramic. So I did have to be careful, but it is definitely a lovely piece to have in a dollhouse kitchen or perhaps a dining room. From the same display, I also got this bread bin as well, and it actually does open and close. And I will be painting that to suit whatever style kitchen I end up going with. So the flooring and that and the little chicken all came from, I believe, Victorian Dollhouses, and I will link them in the description below. I got quite a few things at this next place. This lovely wooden rocking horse on a wheel. This had a lovely primitive child's room or nursery vibe to it. I definitely could not pass that up. It even looked hand carved. I thought that was beautiful. The next one is this little set of jugs. These are a plastic material. I loved that they were blank because now I can go in and I can paint them to suit my decor in whatever style I want. Next, we have this sweet little miniature dog. I have to have a dog in my house. Now, the size is a little bit smaller than probably what is appropriate for the 1/12 scale, but it could also just be a dog statue to have in the dollhouse as well. But I could not pass that up. A lot of these were $2, $3, $4, so they were quite well priced for the detail. This is a hare, I believe, a little hare statue. Again, it is blank and ready for me to put my own personal touch on it. So an absolutely adorable find there as well. I ended up getting two of this item. It is an urn. It doesn't actually open at the top, but that's okay. Again, it is blank, so I can decorate it the way that I want. And as I said, I got two of them. This one, again, was just a lovely little ceramic piece. It is already painted blue with a hint of gold, so I can leave it as is if I want. I loved this pair of candlesticks, turned candlesticks. They are painted to look brass. And the next item here is a little coffee grinder, and this is actually made of metal. It is very detailed and it has a little bit of weight to it as well. I thought that would look very cute in my dollhouse kitchen. I also got this sweet little bunny statue. Again, I think this is just a decor item, would look lovely on a shelf. Really adorable. I don't need to paint that at all. I think it looks great just as is. I also got this sitting lamb statue. Again, this is blank, so I can go in and paint it however I want. I thought that would be sweet, perhaps even on a fireplace mantle, and that's the matching jar that I got. And in this one here is a small little duck, and it is so detailed and beautiful. It looks like a little wooden mallard duck. The next few items are from the store that I said was probably my favorite, that had all of the French style furniture items, urns, and this is a lovely half side table. And the detail, again, I know I keep going on about it, but the detail in these items is amazing. It really does look like French molding. They have painted it beautifully. I probably won't even touch that. I do like it as is, and this will go beautiful in a French style home. I grabbed one of the white tiered stands. It is made of metal, so it's very solid and sturdy. I know I'll be able to decorate it and put it on the kitchen counter, table, wherever. Next is this beautiful mantle clock. It is absolutely stunning. It even has the little numbers printed on there. They even finished off the back of it nicely as well. Definitely one of my favorites. I was very lucky to snag this next clock. It is stunning. I grabbed it just before another lady asked to buy it, so I was lucky I didn't miss out on it. Absolutely stunning. Not sure if I'll keep the blue tones that are there as well. I may just end up painting it entirely gold. I'm not sure, but it is an absolutely gorgeous piece. At this particular stall, they used cardboard cups to package up the items that were sold so that they were able to make it home in one piece. So that's why you see me holding on to what looks like a drink cup. So this is a beautiful, it could be a plant stand, side table. It is so beautiful. Again, lots of curves, gold, a bit of a creamy tone to it as well. So I'll probably even leave it. And as you can see, it goes really nicely with that little half table that I have there. I could not pass up these urn pillars, or whatever you want to call them. Absolutely stunning. They even had some little molding details. I can put a little flower arrangement in the top of that. And I'm envisioning this perhaps either side of my front door. So I did end up grabbing another one as well. And this one is a different color, but it is exactly the same style. So I will be able to paint that up to match however I decide. I haven't decided just yet, but I had to have them. I thought they were just too beautiful to leave. You know, I could not leave the fair without buying some sort of Christmas item. I love Christmas, so it's definitely going to be something that I do in my dollhouse. The little head comes off and there's little cookies inside. These were handmade and hand painted, so I had to grab one. And here's a look at my miniatures haul from the Sydney Dollhouse Fair. I'm so pleased with what I found. I was definitely inspired by all of the displays that I saw, and of course all of the other miniatures available. I am definitely more motivated now to get on with my dollhouse makeover. Thank you for your patience while you've been waiting for me to get on with that. I'm definitely going to have a new video on my progress coming up very soon. If you enjoyed today's video, I would really appreciate it if you would hit that like button, comment, and share it out. Thanks for watching.